chosen ones, empaths, I want you to watch out for the sub story, the damsel in distress. This doesn't just have to be male to female dynamics. It can also be female to male dynamics. Like, when I mean damsel, you know, a male can play a damsel as well. You see, oftentimes, even towards the end of the relationship, this doesn't just have to be during the relationship. Oftentimes, towards the end, they'll start to declare a sub-story from you where if you fall victim to it, you know, they'll start calling you out on things. Oh, you don't do this for me. Oh, you don't do that for me. You know, and they'll put themselves in this position where they're this tormented being, you know, like, and if you fall victim to it and believe it, you'll believe that, you know, they are really in distress, and, you know, you should have done A, B, C, or D during the relationship, and a lot of these things are things that they're saying they're breaking up with you for, right? So just before a discard happens, you know, they're claiming, oh, you never done this for me, oh, you never done that, and they're just claiming a sub story, right? But this sub story dynamics, it plays over into other areas, right? Like, originally when you met the narcissist, it was a bit different, the sub story, but when you first met the narcissist, say, let's jump back a bit, they would have pretended like that they were vulnerable, you see, and they would make out they're in a vulnerable position, they're tormented in some way, and you're like their band-aid, like, you know, you healed them of all their wounds and stuff, like, and they play this act so well of this damsel in distress, this sub-story. They're always coming with a sub-story, and then you're there at the beginning times, like, thinking, oh my God, man, this person's really going through it, like, they're really going through some troubles, man, like, and because a lot of us have the savior empath kind of persona, right? It's not a good thing that we have that. Well, it is a good thing because we can help people, but majority of the times, the people we get into contact with who need help, who pretend people they pretend they need help, and we don't often actually walk into people who are generally need saving. And this is something that we need to analyze within ourselves. This savior streak within us, you know, this savior empath kind of side to us, where we want to fix people, and we want to fix them and put them back together. Because oftentimes it's we run into narcissists that just know this about us. They suss us out. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It'll take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But they see some kind of degree of behavior from us, right? And they figure us out. They say, all right, this person's like a savior. They want to come in and swoop in and save the day like Captain Save-A-Hole. And that was my problem anyway. You know, that was my problem, being honest. Like, I tried to swoop in with my cape and tried to save the day. And hopefully, please feel free to comment in the comment section if you relate, or, you know, just put a picture of a cape or something, because like, honestly, like, we swoop in like these saviors to fix people that aren't even broken. You see, the real people that are broken, the real ones that are actually broken, or they've got some assistance that they need, and they would actually really benefit from our assistance, right? They probably just go to work, come home, don't say nothing, don't tell no one about their turmoil they're facing. They probably don't even tell no one about it, and they probably just hold it all in. And maybe when they're back at their house by themselves, they break down. And that's the reality of the situation. But these ones that come out and say, oh, this happened to me and that happened to me. And then there's us like suckers believing this story, believing this stupid sob story, right? That is just clearly, when you look back in retrospect, you think, God, how did I even believe that? How did I even believe that? You know, like, the narcissist in my life, I remember they were claiming, I'll just give you an example. They were claiming, when I met them early on, they had, basically, this is how I was only captured, but through my empathetic abilities. I've realized that the only reason I was locked down by this narcissist, right, so to speak, was because I felt bad for them. The whole relationship was actually based on because I felt bad for them, and the whole thing was a lie, right? They had an accident, right? So they were ill at the time, but I met them around the time, sorry, of it just happening. And I used to, I met them around the time it just happened. Then I stopped seeing them for a bit. Then they went into hospital, and then I started visiting them in hospital. And then they were claiming, you know, they had a kid, right? I shouldn't have even got involved with someone. It's not that you shouldn't get involved with someone who has kids, but there was too many red flags that I was ignoring because I was just had my love goggles on, right? My savior, Captain Saver whole cape. And they were claiming, oh, you know, my mum doesn't let me look after my child. I want to be independent. My mum doesn't let me look after my child. My mum doesn't even bring my child to visit me in hospital. My cousins, no one's coming to visit me here. Like, you know, so I felt like responsible. Like, you know what, I'll be the person that comes and visits you, or I'll be the person that comes and brings you some sweets or some chocolates or something. And I'll be that person that comes to help you and stuff, right? But realistically, I should have looked at the situation and thought, hold on a minute, why is no one coming to see you? Maybe no one's coming to see you because you're sorry to swear. Oh, I'm not even going to swear. You're an idiot. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe they're toxic. Maybe that's probably why people ain't coming to see you, because they know you're toxic, or they know you play this victim, or this is just another page in your sequel of victim stories, right? And, you know, I tried my utmost during those times to help them and assist them, even so much so. And then there was some fake allegations they made against someone in time of being in hospital. I mentioned it in my other video. They said that they were assaulted by a member of staff, and this person went to prison, and I felt like I was helping, like defending them, and I felt like outraged and stuff that someone could do this, and I was falling into the whole trap of it. Eventually, when they got out of hospital, they said, you know, their own mother doesn't let them look after their own child, right? So I said to them, like, you know, I didn't say I'd help out with the child. I said I don't want to be involved in your child's life because it's confusing, but I'll help out around your house. The child won't see me, but I'll help out around your house and maybe make your house a home sort of thing. So I tried my best to make their house a home before they let their child come back to the house sort of thing. And I've done all of this stuff, right? But if you look at the dynamics of what was actually happening, the whole dynamics is the damsel in distress that I fell for. There was no, you know what I'm saying? There was no sub story. It was all lies. It was all lies to manipulate me. It was all done to manipulate me. And I know you lot might sit there now and say, nah, hold on, Zion. Maybe you did do a good deed. Maybe you did help out and stuff. Listen, I'm telling you, I've seen through it now. I see beneath the veil. The whole thing was orientated around me to gain control of my life, to exploit my life. And this is what they're doing to you too. This is what they do. They want to take over your life. They make your life, right? They make your life become their life. So you're living through, like, vicariously through someone else. It's really messed up what they do. But they make you not have your own life anymore. And your whole life revolves around them, you know. Because I remember even the mother, like their mother is a narcissist, right? So they are suffering in that aspect of the narcissistic mother. But I even remember the narcissistic mother saying to me, would you be a carer for them? You get paid for it. And I said, no, don't worry about it. I'll do it for free. Like, I don't want to... It wasn't like you have to wipe their ass and stuff like that. But I'm saying it was just like assist around the house because they had an injury, right? They had an injury and stuff like that. So, but I said, no, don't worry, I'll do it for free. So I was just helping out and trying to make the house a home. Like, doing all of this stuff. And I was really young at this time. When I think back in retrospect, I was really young. Like, a lot of people wouldn't be doing that at that age. You know, I guarantee the people, there's no one doing that for them now. But the point is, I built them up to a point. They exploited me and gained what they needed for at that time, what they wanted. They gained at that time until they was ready for the discard. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's why, realistically, there was no reciprocity. There was no reciprocation. There was nothing done on my side of things. It was all about their life and their whole thing. And realistically, what they were doing is they were projecting what was happening in their own circle, with their own family dynamic, where their own mother doesn't let them live their life and stuff like that. And they were making me not be able to live my life, making me not be able to extend into other areas that I wanted to extend into, right? But I just want you to be aware. Don't fall for this story. You know, I've heard it all. The sob story that from the assaults that they went through, the fake assaults that they went through, to what I said when no one comes to visit me in hospital. All of it was lies. And if you can adopt something, if you can adapt from what I've said in this video, I know I've rambled a bit, but if you can take a bit of what I've said and understand it in your own life, it will be beneficial to you, because you have to be wary of how they play this hand. It is the damsel in distress hand. They know how to play a sob story, and they play it well, and they will suck you in with it. They will reel you in with it, and you'll be left scratching your head after the discard, and you'll be like, what the hell did I just do for the last few years? I just basically was like a slave to them, you know, for the last few years of my life. Like, and you do so much for them, and there's never no reciprocity. There's never no reciprocation, and that's basically it, you know. I do know that no one would have done what I done. I do know that I was brought in from God to be a last mercy to them. I am aware of that, you know. So I'm not angry at what I did, because realistically, through my intentions, I was trying to do good deeds. Regardless if they was manipulating and they didn't really need the help, or they didn't really need it, they were playing a sub story or whatever. I did with my intentions. My intentions were pure. My intentions and my heart was pure to try and assist and try and help. So hopefully those are seeds that I've planted, and I'll reap the benefits of those. And I'm actually starting to see me reap the benefits of what seeds I planted within the Narcissist and other people that I helped along my journeys. I'm actually seeing the fruits of the labor, so to speak, grow into fruition now into my life, right? But I just want you to watch out for this sob story. So this video, I hope you understand where I was getting at. It's just just watch out for this sob story. Don't fall victim to it. It can come in many ways, shapes, or forms. Like I've mentioned, from someone ill in hospital, to allegations about sexual assault, things like this, and you believe it, you know. But there's so many red flags when you look back in retrospect. There's so many red flags, and we have to learn how to at least control this savior streak within us, this savior empath streak that we have within us. We need to control it, and we can't fix everybody. We need to realize that we can't fix everybody, and God's the only one that fixes people. So we need to take a back step and, you know, don't allow this savior empath to come shining through too much to people that don't deserve to be warranted that kind of behavior. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and subscribe button. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. And if you would like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find the link in the description box. Currently, I have the secondary channel, the spiritual channel. If you want to check that out, the link for that channel is also in the description box. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.